Welcome to DataPencil. Hello everyone, welcome back to our SQL plus AI course. I hope you all are doing well. So before we move ahead, a quick reminder for those who are new to this channel and who want to join this course, you can simply WhatsApp us on the number shown on the screen. There you will get all the details. You can also join our WhatsApp channel that you are seeing here. All important updates, announcements and batch related information are shared there regularly. Do subscribe to this channel DataPencil so you don't miss any updates about upcoming batches and sessions. If you are active on LinkedIn, you can also follow Kalyani Bhatnagar and DataPencil page. If you are not active, if you don't have an account there, so please make your account, okay? I regularly post SQL based polls there which help you practice and strengthen your SQL thinking on a daily basis. Now let's begin and welcome to Module 11. Till now, we have covered how to filter data. We learned how to group those datas, right? And we learned how to summarize it and apply basic business logics. But sometimes what happens, we want to analyze data row by row. We want to analyze our data row by row, okay, while still keeping the overall picture in our mind. That's exactly what we are going to learn in this module, where we will learn Windows function. Okay, so we will explore how to perform advanced analysis, right? How to perform advanced analysis without losing individual rows. Okay, now let's begin this. Suppose you have a table, okay? In this table there is order ID, customer and the amount. And you need to find out the total amount. You need to find out the total amount. How can you find this total amount? You will simply write select and then you will apply the sum function, aggregate function on this amount column, right? And then you will write from the table name, that's it. But this thing will give you the result. What will be the result? It will be simple. The sum of these means 1200 plus 6, 1800 will be your result. But what if the requirement is also to have another column here named total amount, okay, along with this column, this particular columns, means where Anya's particular order amount is also available and the total amount is also available, which is 1800. Again, Anya's amount is available and total amount is also available. Then Rohan's particular order value, order amount is here, as well as the total amount is also here. What if you want such table as an output? This table you want as an output. How can you find this thing where the particular rows, the individual rows will not lost, okay, will not get vanished? How can you find this? So we will simply get it by using our Windows function, where the individuality of row is not lost, okay, where the individual rows will also exist simultaneously in our output result, right? How to use this Windows function, okay, and there are so many examples by which we will see what are the cases where we can use this window function. So firstly, let's see the syntax. What is the syntax of it? So after selecting your columns, when you will select your columns, that select whatever columns you need to select, customer, order ID and amount, okay. You also want this column, right? So you will write sum. After putting the comma, you will write sum and then you will give the column name on which you want to apply this function, whatever function you want to apply. Just wait for some time, then after that I will give you a list of all Windows functions. What are different Windows functions we can use here, okay? So this is one of the function. So here we are taking an example of sum function. So inside this parenthesis, we will simply write the column on which we want to apply this sum. So we will write here amount, then we will write over, okay, over, and then we will put one more parenthesis and give the name to this column, which is as total amount, okay. Now the story is this, what will come inside this over and what is this basically over thing, what this over means. Okay, so you can relate it with your real life, like when you open your windows, then what you see, there are some scenes that you see. Some people will see the mountains, some people will see new buildings, some people will see road from their window whenever they open their window, right? There are different examples. But in this case, we will see table. When we will open our window, we will see a table, okay. We are seeing a table. What this table? So this table will be that table that we want to see. we want to see. And this thing we will decide here inside this parenthesis, that what type of table we want to see here. If we had a table named this one, where you can see Anya, Rohan, their amounts are here, but we don't want this exact table. We want to see a table where the customer names are separated, different, basically they have created a group. Okay, so here we will write inside it, I will tell later, just firstly see what is the requirement, what table we want to see when we are opening our window. So we want to see their name and here amount, and in this name, firstly all Anya's name should get covered, then all Rohan's name should get covered, and then the remaining name should be here, and then their total amount, their respective amounts, not total, okay, whatever amount. Now we have opened this view and we want to apply this function over this view, How we have created this view? So this thing we will write inside this parenthesis. So to separate names or to create groups, we use partition by. Okay, we use partition by, means we are creating a table where we are simply doing a partition in this table by their names. So firstly Anya's name will come and their details and then their detailed names will come, and then the Rohan names will come, and then some other customer's name will come. So they will appear in a group, and then on this table we will apply this amount. So now see it. Here we will write partition by name, okay, sum on the amount column. Over which view you have to do the sum? Over this view where we have partitioned our table by the name, okay. And by writing this code, the output that we will get will be something like this, where there will be order ID and then the name and then the amount and then total amount. Now see the rows carefully. So first name was Anya, it will be written here Anya, okay. The amount was 500, fine. The total amount of Anya's, okay, what is the total amount of Anya customers? So it is 1200, so we will write here 1200. Then Anya, okay, because order ID is also here, order ID 1, order ID 2, and the amount is 700 and the total amount is 1200, right? Now the third order ID is of, who is this? Rohit's. So Rohit, and his ordering amount is 600. Then we will check its his total order amount. So if we can see here he has placed only one order, so total amount is 600 only. Then suppose there is another girl named Meera. She has placed two orders, one is of 200, another is of 300. So here the total amount will be 500, 500. This will be our output table that we will see. Means one extra column we will get using the window function, and whatever calculation we are doing this calculation over a specific table, over a specific view, and this view we will create by either writing partition by name, or we can write order by name or amount or whatever. So there we can fill so many things, and what these so many things I'm talking about, let's see all of them by seeing the examples. Now let's open MySQL Workbench. Meanwhile, let's have a question that you will have to answer in the comment section. So your first question is, what is the purpose of over clause in Windows function? And see this module carefully. Very soon you will get to know what is your second question. Okay, so let's open our new file from here and simply create one database, and I'm creating Windows name database, okay? Create Windows. Fine. Now let's run it. We are now here in our Windows database, and let's create a table. I will give this code to you as well, okay? After running it, we will see that our sales table, a sale table is created. Now let's insert some data, such as dummy data. So this is our value, and these values we will simply insert in this. Now our table is done. This is our table, okay? This is our table where Anya, Rohan, Meera, Kabir, these names are here, right? Now we will perform queries one by one, and we will see our concepts clearly. So our first query is saying to show each order, okay, and overall total sales. we have to show each order and total sales, overall total sales too. So our way of proceeding is to firstly visualize how our output table should look like. So in our output table, it is saying to show each order, means we want the orders thing as well. So where there must be order ID, there must be customer, okay, and there must be amount too. After that, it is saying to get the overall total sales. So then we want the total sales, right? So to get these columns, what we have to select? We have to select our order ID. These all columns we need to select till here. Okay, what else we need? We need to find this thing now, which is total sales. How can we find total sales? So for total sales, we have to use some function on this amount column, correct? On this amount column, so we will write amount. Over which view we want to perform this function, over which view? So we want to perform this function over the original table, because here nothing is mentioned, okay, nothing is mentioned. It is saying overall total sales, nothing is specifically mentioned. So we will simply write over and keep it empty, nothing else, as total sales from sale table. When we will see other queries, then you will see the difference, that why there is nothing, and in another queries why we are putting something. Okay, you will be able to see the difference. So just run this one firstly. Here now we have customer, order ID, means we have each order, right? Order ID this, customer was this, amount was this, and the total sale for this particular customer was this. Total sale for this particular Rohan rows were this. Okay, so now we have here order ID, because it is saying show each order. So order ID, customer and amount already we have here, and then the last column total sales, overall total sales also query wants to see. So that's why we have performed it in this way. Now the second query. Now our second query is saying to show each order and overall average order value, right? So another function that we will use here is, let me simply copy it, because the function is same, because the requirement is same. Here we only want to get the overall average order value. Average order value means we want to simply take the average here instead of sum. So we will write here average. Okay, then again nothing is specified here over which view we want to take this average. No, nothing is written, right? So we will again leave it empty, because we want to calculate this over average over the entire table, so it is empty. Now let's run it, and here you have, okay, here let's change the name also, it is average sales. Now let's run it again. Okay, so here we have now orders column where order ID, customer, amount is here, as well as average sales column is here simultaneously. Okay, now the third one is saying show each order and customer wise total sales. Okay, each order and customer wise total sales, this time it is written. Customer wise means we want to take the total amount here for Anya customer only. Then for this Rohan one, we want to take the total amount. So how can we do it? So firstly, we need to select these things. These are common. Okay, then we have to get the total sales. So for this total sale, we will simply apply our sum function on which column? So on amount column. Okay, now we want to apply this sum function over which table? Over which table? So the table where things are partitioned by customer wise. So here we will apply partition by what? Customer. And then let's give this column one name, and this name will be customer's total sale. Okay, customer total sales, because it is a customer's total sales. Now from which table? So from sales table. This is it. Now when you will run it, here you will see this total is about this Anya customer. Okay, Anya's total amount is 5 plus 7 plus 3, which is 1500. So here you are seeing the 1500. Then this Kabir's amount is 800, only single entity. So here it is 800. Then this Meera's total amount is 9 plus 2, 11, 1100. And then the same for the Rohan, right? Okay, now let's see one more query. Now the next one is saying we have to show each order and number of orders per customer. It means what we need to do, the columns that we need to select will be show each order, means order related columns. These columns, which is order ID, customer, okay, these columns we want. What else? We also want number of orders per customer, right? So this time, instead of adding the amount, we need to count the number of orders. So can you count? If we talk about Anya customer, this customer has placed how many orders? So we can count simply by counting the rows of Anya. So 1, 2, 3, total 3 orders she has placed, right? For Meera, it's 1 and 2. We are simply counting the rows, right? So instead of using sum here, this time we can simply use count function. So here order ID, customer, amount, and then we will simply count what? Count all rows. Okay, count all rows. Of which table? You have to count all rows of which table? So over this table, where table is partition by customer. Okay, as now we simply will change it. So write here simply as total orders customer wise, orders per customer. Okay, now let's run it. So here we have total orders per customer. So Anya has placed 3 orders, Kabir 1, Meera 2, Rohan 2, and likewise. Okay, it's clear. So this time we have simply created a table. Okay, we have simply created a view, our window view, where rows are partitioned by customer name. There were groups of customers. Right, now the next query is saying to show running total sales by date. Okay, so for this thing what we have to select? So what should be the output columns? So in output columns it is written show running total sales, right? It means we need order date, right? Sales by date. So firstly we will need order date, then we need amount, because running total sales, so amount and running amount. Okay, and running amount. So how can we find this running amount? So first of all, what is this running amount? So running means cumulative. Cumulative means firstly it will add first row. Okay, then it will add first and second row. Then it will add first row, second row, and third row. Then first, second, third, fourth, and so on. So it is called running amount. Okay, and how can we find this running amount? So we will create a table or create a view where we will arrange this view in ascending manner by order date. Okay, in ascending manner by order date. Now how can we create such view? So for this we have to apply over, and then we will use order by. Order by what? Order date. And by default it will be ascending. Order by order date ascending. So the table that we have created over which we will apply the function will be a table where dates are arranged in an ascending manner. Right, now let's complete this code. So firstly we will select order date, then after that amount, then we simply have to add, okay, the first row, then first second row add. So we will apply this sum function over amount column. Okay, amount column over, we are applying this function over this view. Okay, and let's give this one name. So it is running sales from sales table. Right, now let's run it. Okay, so here now you can see, firstly our table is arranged in an ascending manner. So first it is a 1st of January, then 2nd of January, then 3rd of January. Now the amount, total ordering amount was 500. So running sales here it is 500. Then for the second, the sales amount is 600, and the running sales amount is 6 plus 5, 11. Okay, then for the 3rd of January, the order amount was 900, but the running sales is cumulative, means we firstly have to add all these three. Means we are adding all these three, 500 plus 600, 1100 plus 900, 2000. Similarly for this Similarly, for 4th of January, so here running amount is after adding all these, right? So when we apply order by, okay, when we apply order by, it means it will give us a cumulative amount, okay, cumulative amount it will give. Now let's see more examples. So 6th one is show running average of sales. Again here it is saying running. It means again we will create a view in ascending or descending manner. So here we have to find running average of sales. So this time we simply need to find what? We need to find average of sales. Average function we will apply. Now, as it is again asking for the running amount, so for the running we will again apply this order by, okay? And here only we need to do the average. Now let's run it. And here we have the running average sales. Okay, this is average one. Correct. Now let's see more examples. So this time it is saying to show reverse running total. Reverse running total means we have to set the order of our table in descending manner. Only then we will be able to find this reverse running total. So for the descending manner, what we will do, we will simply write select order date and amount, and then we want the total. Okay, so we will apply some function over order by order date, and this has to be arranged in descending manner. Now here we will write running sales reverse. This is it. Now when you will run it, here we have our running reverse sales. Fine. So here you will see the first date is 10th of January, then 8th of January, then 6th of January. So it is in basically reverse manner. Now our next question is asking to get the customer wise running total of sales. Now it is saying customer wise, but here it is written running total of sales. So guys, for this running total of sales, we will apply order by. Okay, for this running thing, we will apply order by. But one more requirement is here that we want customer wise. So for the customer wise means we need to create customers groups as well. Okay, so how can we create the groups? By using the partition. So here we will apply two things. First is partition by customer, and second is order by order date, right? So let's write it. Select order ID. Firstly we will select, and then amount we will select, and then sum of amount. Okay, we want sum of amount total of sales over which view? So over this view where the table is partitioned by customer. Okay, what else? Where the order of order date is in ascending manner. Now we will give this column a name which will be customer running total. I hope it's clear. Now from sale. Now let's run it. This is as here. Now let's run it. So here see what we got. We got the customer running total. So let's write the customer name as well. Order amount, or before it let's write name. Let's write here customer name as well. Okay, so customer, comma. Now things will be clear. Now let's run it. Okay, so now here you will see that for the customer Anya, okay, customer Anya, the amount is in which order? Sorry, the order date is in which order? Let's write order date as well. Okay, now it's clear. So see here, for this Anya, the order date is arranged in ascending manner, 1st January, Order date is arranged in ascending manner, 1st January, 5th January, 10th January. And then there is a calculation of their amount. So 500, then 1200, then 12 plus 3, 1500 likewise. Okay. So what we did, we basically found the customer wise running total sales. So this is customer wise running total sales. This is for the Anya customer, then it is for the Meera customer, it is for the Kabir customer, and so on. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now come to the 9th one, and here we will find the show moving average of last 2 order. Now, what is this moving average? So, moving average means simply we are finding average, but average of moving rows. Like, firstly, we will find the average of first 2 rows, then these 2 rows, then these 2 rows. See this here, wait. So, suppose we have values 100, okay, then 200, then 300, then 400. These are our values for 1, 2, 3rd row, 4th row. Okay. Now we want to calculate moving average. So moving average means the first row's average is 100. Okay. Then these 2 rows average will be 150. Then these 2 rows average will be 250. Then these 2 rows average will be 350. Why I am taking 2 rows? Because it's written moving average of last 2 orders. Okay. So how can we calculate this, that it should automatically take these 2 rows only, the current row and the previous row. Okay, the current row and the previous row, how it will take, what we have to apply. So for this we will use this thing which is rows between term. We will use this, and it means we are giving a range of rows. Okay, we are giving a range. So we will write rows between. Now between what? So we will write 1 preceding and current row. 1 preceding and current rows means current row. If current row is this, then current row, and then 1 preceding this previous row. So take this range. Okay. You have to calculate the average of rows. Okay. Of rows between these 2 rows. The current row and 1 previous row means 300 and 400. Okay. If there is written moving average of last 3 orders, then what we have to do? We have to write current row. Okay. If this is a current row, then 2 previous rows. So 1, 2. Then we will take the average of these 3 rows. 200 plus 300 plus 400 divided by 3. I hope it's clear what is moving average and how can we calculate. Now let's see. So firstly we will write select, and we have to select order date. Okay. We have to select amount, and we have to then find out the average. Okay, average of what? Amount. Over which view? So over this view where table is arranged in ascending order by date. So order by order date. Okay, and rows between 1 preceding and current rows. Current row as moving average from same table. So we have to find the average of amount over which view? So over this view where the date is arranged in ascending manner. Okay, and the rows that we will take will be the current row and the previous row, 1 preceding row. Okay, here it is order date. And here we cannot give a space. Now let's run it. So here we have moving average. It is 500. Then when we will do the average of this, it will be 550. And then the average of 600 and 900 is 750. Then average of 900 and 800 is 850, and so on. I hope it's clear, guys. Okay. Now come to the 10th query, and it is saying to show sum of last 3 orders only. Before proceeding with this, let's revise firstly that we have learned how to use partition by, okay. Then we have learned how to use order by alone, right? Then we have used how to use both of them together. And then in the last query, we have seen how to calculate something in a moving way, okay. Moving sum, moving average. Okay, so these are the things we have covered so far. Now, we have to find show sum of last 3 orders. Okay, so for last 3 orders, what can we do? It means it is saying to simply find the sum. Instead of average, find the sum, and instead of last 2 orders, find the last 3 orders sum. So how can we do? We will apply the sum function on amount column over which view we will apply? So over a table that is arranged in ascending order. Okay, so order by ascending of order date, and we will take particular row, and that row will be rows between, we are giving our rows range, so rows between 2 preceding this time, okay, 2 preceding and current row as last 3 orders sum. This is it. Okay, now let's select the column that we want in our output result. So select order date, comma amount, okay, and comma this thing. From which table? So from sales table. Now let's run it. When you will run, you will see that now this time the sum is of last 3 rows. So first it will be 500, then it will take these 2 rows because above it there are no rows, right? So 5 plus 6, 1100. Now it will take the current row and previous 2 rows as well. So 9 plus 6 plus 5, 2000. Then for this 800, it will take 800 plus 900 plus 600, 23. Then for this 700, it will take 700, 800, 900. So it is 2400, 2400, and so on. Okay, I hope it's clear. Now, we have to find the row number. Okay, we have to find the row number. So question is saying assign serial number to all orders by date. Now, we firstly have to select order ID, okay, and order date. Now we have to get the serial number. So to get the serial number, we will simply use a function called row number. So for this, we will write row number over, okay. It is a simple row number. We are not applying it on any column. So that's why we will leave it blank. Now over which view? So over a view, and that view we will arrange in ascending order of order date. So order by order date as row number from sales table, right? And here it will be this. Okay, now let's run it. So here you will see the row number. First order's row is first, then it is second, then it is third, and these orders are arranged in ascending manner by order date, right? Now come to the next one, and it is saying assign order number per customer. We have to assign order number per customer. So what is the meaning of order number per customer? Means we will assign the order number, we will assign a number customer wise. Okay, how can we assign? See, we will apply firstly partition by, okay, customer wise we will do the partitioning, and then we can also arrange it in ascending order of order date. So we will write select customer order ID and then row number. Over a table that we are partitioning by customer, and we are using order by for order date and ascending way as order number. Now why we are doing this thing order by order date? Because suppose today is the 1st Jan, right? So if suppose a girl named Anya, suppose a girl Anya came and she placed an order. So we will give her order number, which will be something 101. Then if the same girl Anya will come day after tomorrow, then we will give her order number as 102, right? So for 1st Jan, the order number will be 101. Then for 2nd Jan, then for 3rd Jan, it will be 102, 103 and so on. So basically we provide the order number as per the date, okay, in the ascending order of the date. So that's why we are using this order by order date. Okay, now sales, simple, and let's run it. So let's see our order number. Customer. So here it is customer. Now let's run it. Okay, so here it is customer and CUSTOMER. Okay, fine. Now let's run it. And here we have order number. So Anya's order ID and here order number 1, 2, 3. And same for Meera, for Rohan and so on. Okay, now we will see how to give a ranking. Okay, so here we will use a rank function, rank window function, and the query is to rank the orders based on amount. Simple. Okay, how can we do? We will simply select order ID and amount, and then we will apply rank function. This rank function basically gives the rank over which view? So over a view that is arranged in descending manner by amount. Okay, so order by amount in descending way as sales rank. Okay, because we have to provide the ranking based on the amount of sales, so that's why we will apply this descending here. Okay, now from sales table, and let's run it. So here we have the rank of ordering amount. So the number 1 is this one, where order ID is 6 and the amount was 900. The second ranked order was of this order ID 8. Okay, the third ranked order was of this order ID 2, right? Now we will see a concept called dense rank. So the query is rank the orders based on amount. Now see one thing. See what happens. Suppose the marks are, suppose there are students of name A, B, okay, C and D, and the marks of A is 90, then 100, sorry, 90, 90 and then 80. If we have to find the rank, then the rank will be, it will be first rank. Okay, this student will have second rank, as this is also 90, so we will give this student also second rank, and this student will get what? This student will get fourth rank, because we have skipped 3 here. Okay, so when we apply the rank function, then we give 1, 2, 2, 4, and because this one has taken the place of 3, so we will skip the 3 completely. But in the dense rank, what happened? It will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 2, and it will be 3. No gapping here. Okay, no gapping. So this is the difference between rank and dense rank. Okay, I hope it's clear. So to find out the dense rank, we will simply use the function called dense rank. Here it is written no gaps. Okay, so for this no gaps thing, we will write select. Let's copy the whole part. Okay, and paste it here. And now instead of here rank, we will replace it with the dense rank. And rest of the things will be same. So let's now run it and we will see second rank. Here nothing is repeating, so here it is not clearly visible, the difference between rank and dense rank, but this is the concept that I have explained. Okay, now the next one is we have to divide our orders into 4 equal groups. Okay, 4 equal groups means quartiles, right? Like a pizza. So we have to divide the order in 4 equal groups. So whenever we have to divide in 4 equal group, 5 equal group, then we use a function called entile. Okay, so entile, and here it is written divide orders. We have to divide what? Orders. So we will firstly select order ID and then amount, and then we will apply entile function. Now inside the bracket, we will put this number 4 equal group or 5 equal group. So here it is 4. Over which view? So over where the amount is arranged in descending manner. Okay, we have to divide the orders in 4 equal groups. That's why. So we will write order by amount and then descending as sales bucket. Okay, from sale. Means the ordering amount, means the highest one, the orders that are having highest order amount will be at the upper side. So when you will run it, then the picture will be clear. Here you will see the sales bucket 1 is having amount 900 and 800. The sales bucket 2 having amount 700 and 600. And for 3 it's 400, 500, and 4 it's 200 and 300. Okay, so this is the way we have created our sales bucket as per their order amount. So that's why we have written here, arrange the amount in descending manner firstly, then apply this entire function. Okay. Now your second question that you will have to answer in the comment section is you have to list any 5 SQL Windows functions that you have just studied in this module. Okay. Now if we have to divide this into 2 equal groups, then what we will do? We will simply write this thing. Sorry. And here we will write it 2. So this is our first bucket, top 50% orders, and these are last orders. Okay. Last 50% orders. So these were the few examples that were necessary to explain what we have learned. We have learned the usage of firstly the over, what this over means. Then we have seen what is partition by. Okay, when we are using over, then we have to use some keywords. So the first one is partition by, then the order by, then we have seen row between. And if you talk about the Windows function, so in the Windows function, we have seen row number function, then rank function, then dense rank function, then entile function. So these were the Windows functions that we have seen. So this is it for today's module, guys. I will provide the exercise part as well. You all can do the practice of these Windows functions. If any problem you will face, then you can still fill your doubt form. And we will be happy to assist you. Okay, guys. So take care, keep practicing, and bye-bye.